Hey guys, Tennessee.Frank here, and as you saw, we finally got out and I put some rounds through the 43x. Of course, this is clear, and didn't shoot too bad. We'll bring some targets over here and let you see in a minute, but for the most part, I was running my 115 grain hand loads through it, and I got those loaded a little bit on the mild side. They're more like a target load. Just kind of, easy on the gun, easy shooting. And recoil wasn't too bad out of this little guy. I mean, yeah, it's going to be a little snappy because it's a small gun. I did have about 3 times when it didn't lock back on the magazine after the last round. But with the factory stuff I did shoot, it worked fine. So I'm thinking it may be the ammo and not the gun. Of course, on any Glock I get, first thing I do is change out the sights. These are going to be XS, and it's their minimalist sight. They don't give you the front sight tool and the little phenolic punch to drift the sight over and take the front one out. So you just get the sights, which that's fine. I have several of those little tools available. I do like to run the Talon rubberized grips. Oh my gun, they just give you a lot better feel, I think, than just the bare plastic. That rubberized grip, you just get a good feel. My main issue with this is the trigger, and that's not so much on the trigger pull weight or the brake or the reset. It's on I'll see if we can see, it's on these serrations and on this little nubby. The little nubby doesn't recess all the way back in, and these serrations combine those two together, and it gets really abrasive on your finger. Fix for that is I have a Vickers Tactical flat face trigger on the way. Hopefully it'll be here within this week, and I can get that installed. Then I want to get out, shoot it a little more, make sure everything's going to function. But I'm not going to change any of the springs or any of the connectors or anything. These Gen 5s have pretty good triggers right out of the box as far as trigger weight and reset and everything. So we got our Winchester 124 grain plus P. That's a fairly decent carry round. And then my favorite is going to be the SIG, the V Crown 124 grain. I don't believe this is a plus P though, so it's standard pressure, which is good. Concealment Express holster. As you know, I love these Concealment Express. I like to get the carbon fiber look. It's not true carbon fiber, but snaps in really well. I mean, it locks the gun in beautiful. They're beautiful holsters. About 45 bucks on Amazon, so price is not horrible on these. But yeah, I got that for my P07. I got one of those for my 1911. I like the Concealment Express for these kind of guns. But we can take a look at some targets. And I did have to drift the sight a bit. We'll see why here. Here's our first target. 5 yards again. I wasn't, too optimistic. Hadn't been shooting in a while. I wanted to start close. You can see elevation not too bad, but it is hitting left. And I know a lot of people with Glocks will hit low left. That's something I corrected a long time ago with that low left. I did some practicing and changed up my grip and everything, so that's not an issue with Glocks for me anymore. Second magazine, still low left. Finally, just to make sure, and I'd shot a couple mags, so now you see my groups are getting tight. I've been shooting, so I'm used to the gun. Nice tight group, but it's still left. So at this point I'm thinking, okay, it's the gun. Let me drift that rear sight a little bit. That's why you don't glue your rear sight down till you shoot the gun too. I learned that the hard way. Drifted it a little bit. Group's starting to center up a little. It's looking a little bit better. So okay, let's drift it a little more. Tapped it over a little more. Now, 5th magazine out of the gun, we see the groups are centered fairly decent. Elevation not too bad. So now just to verify, shot a little bit of the V crown out of it, 124 grain, and it's more or less centered up. That's acceptable. Could it have come a little bit more right? Well, yeah, maybe, but for me, that's good. That's decent. Till I go out, shoot the gun some more, that should be fine. So, you know, got the sights corrected, got the little bit of red Loctite on them now, so they're not going to drift or move. And I do like these sights. That orange kind of picks up real nice. And that's basically the same setup I have on the P07, only I got the F8s with the single dot in the rear. But I picked a few extra mags up, a couple, 3 extra mags, so I got 5 mags for it. Got my ammo selection and everything, so this will be rotated into my carry line. And it should be a decent little gun. 10 plus 1, you get 11 shots, so it's going to double capacity over my revolver. Still small, still lightweight, easy to handle. Yeah, nice little gun. I like it. I'm not gonna change the magazine release out and get the Shield Arms mags. I don't want to mess with that. I like the factory 10 round mags. They're good enough. You can get them for around 25 to 30 bucks online all day long. I'm just gonna stick with 10 rounds. It's good enough. And yeah, decent little gun. Hopefully I'll be able to pick up a Glock 45 9mm in the future to kind of go with this one. So I'll have a small one and a larger one. And I know I kind of got burned out on Glocks for a while, but they're good guns. What can I say? They're reliable. There's tons of parts you can get for them. They're just, it's, you know, the Honda Civic of the gun world. They're just everything you need, you can get. So hope you found this a little bit useful and enjoyed the video. And like I always say, either we stand up for our rights or we can watch them go away. Y'all have a good afternoon. We'll talk to you later. T.N.Frank out of here.